I'm Noah from American Muscle, and we're going to check out the AFE Mach-Force XP 3-inch catback exhaust with polished tips for the 2015 and newer Mustang EcoBoost Fastback. Now this exhaust is really tailored to the EcoBoost Mustang owner who's looking to get as much performance as possible out of their ride. Now I'd say this exhaust hits a strong 4 to 5 on the Wake the Neighbor scale. Now this exhaust from AFE definitely isn't as loud as you can possibly go, but it's sure going to make itself heard. What's going to make the biggest difference to your ride with this system is the fact that there's no restriction, unlike the factory exhaust. Now the piping here has all been mandrel bent, so there's no ribs or steps around the bends. There's no crush joints, anything like that. Everything's really smooth. And that gives the exhaust gas a nice clear path out from under the truck. Now AFE boasts gains of 16 horsepower and 17 foot-pounds of torque seen at the rear wheels, which are impressive numbers for just an exhaust upgrade. The system has straight-through mufflers for minimal restriction there as well, and it features a wide pipe design which is not only going to converge two pipes into one, but it's going to balance exhaust pulses and minimize four-cylinder drone. One more thing to note about this kit is that it allows you to upgrade your Mustang in intervals. Now let's say you're using the stock downpipe. Now this kit includes an adapter so you can install the catback with the stock downpipe. But then, if you ever want to switch to AFE's 3-inch downpipe, you can do that whenever you want to with no modification, just by getting rid of this. And I think that's a seriously cool point to consider. The overall build quality is actually incredible. Everything's 100% handcrafted here in the USA. Now we're looking at 3-inch 304 stainless piping from the front to the Y pipe, and then from the Y pipe we're looking at 2.5 to the tail. Now 304 stainless is super resistant to corrosion or rust, and it's going to last a really long time. Now then, to finish this exhaust up, we have 4-inch tips. Those guys are 304 as well, and they even have the AFE logo laser etched into them, and they're polished, so they're going to stay looking incredible for a very long time. In terms of what this exhaust is going to set you back, the AFE Mach-Force catback comes in right around $1,650 bucks. Now this exhaust is a little pricier than a lot of other options out there, but you do have to consider the fact that it's handcrafted in the United States. And just the fact that it's entirely 304, handcrafted and versatile for whatever setup you're running, I do think it's worth the price tag. This system comes in at 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and I do think it's safe to expect about 2 hours of work to get this installed on your Mustang. Now installation on the system really isn't bad at all. There's no welding required and everything comes pre-cut and fit, so you can just clamp it together and go. And I'm gonna hand it over to one of our guys over in our shop, and they're gonna walk you through that install process step by step.
The tools you'll need for this project are an impact gun and/or a ratchet, a long extension, a 13 and a 15 millimeter socket, an exhaust hanger removal tool, and some spray lube. Hi everyone, today we're installing an exhaust on our Mustang, so let's watch a short video on how to uninstall the stock system first.
Now your obvious first step here, guys, is to lift and support your car, whether it be on jack and jack stands, or in this case, a lift. Now with the car up in the air, we're gonna start by removing the two 13 millimeter bolts, securing these brackets back here towards the rear of the car. Now we can move up to our clamp here that secures our factory catback to our downpipe and loosen these two 15 millimeter nuts here. We don't have to remove them all the way. We just want to make sure we can loosen those enough to loosen this clamp up. So now with our forwardmost clamp loosened up, we're going to grab a buddy here, and what we're gonna do is get the exhaust off of the brackets here that secure it to the rear subframe, drop the front of the catback itself, and then at that point we can slide the rear of the factory catback out of these hangers.
First thing we're going to do is install our adapter pipe into our stock down pipe here. So just push that in until it seats, and then we'll go ahead and tighten up this clamp using our 15 millimeter socket. Now we'll go ahead and slide our 3-inch clamp over the end of our Y pipe, and then slide our Y pipe over our adapter pipe. Now you want to make sure that this bend here, where it comes out, is more over towards the passenger side than the driver's side. Otherwise it won't go in correctly. Make sure that's seated in there nice and firm. Now you don't want to tighten this all the way up yet, so we're just going to snug it to hold it in place until we get the rest of the system installed, and then we'll come back and align everything up and then final tighten it down. Now the two hangers that go onto the cross member right behind the rear axle here, we're going to transfer those over from the old system to the new system. And you might want to use a little bit of spray lube just on the inside of this bushing here. Doesn't take a whole lot. And then what we'll do is we'll just slide that over the front exhaust hanger on our new system. We'll just push this down over the exhaust hanger. Now when you put this on, you also want to make sure that this hook at the top of the hanger is facing towards the front of the vehicle. Now we'll slide one of our 2.5-inch clamps over the tailpipe here, and then we'll go ahead and insert the hanger into the rear hanger, into the rear isolator that's already mounted on the car. And you may want to use some spray lube on that isolator as well, just to help get it pushed through. All right, and once you've got that rear one in, go ahead and connect it to the Y pipe. And go ahead and hook up this hanger here in the front and just insert the original bolt just to hold it in place to keep it from falling. Make sure the pipe itself is seated all the way onto the Y pipe, and then we'll snug up this clamp as well. Now when you snug up this clamp, you want to make sure it's about as far forward on this tailpipe as you can go. And now you can repeat that whole process for the other side. All right, now that we've got our system completely installed and lined up the way we want, we've double checked all of our clearances, make sure we're not going to rub against anything and nothing's going to get hot from being too close. We'll go ahead and tighten up all of our clamps, starting at the front using our 15mm socket. Now we'll get our two hangers right here on the cross member behind the axle. And that wraps up our review and install of the AFE MachForce XP 3-inch catback exhaust with polished tips for the 2015 and newer Mustang EcoBoost. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.